Welcome back to another episode of the Inquisitive Mamba Podcast. This is episode 122. I hope everyone is having a great day, great night, wherever you are around the world. We were not able to record last week because of Hurricane Milton. Hurricane Milton interrupted our recording podcast plans last week, but we are back better than ever. We missed some college football and NFL the previous weekend, but we had some good games this past weekend with the Bengals and the Giants, the Jets and the Bills last night, Drake Maye making his debut for the Patriots, some MLB on right now. WNBA finals are on with the New York Liberty and the Minnesota Lynx. But without further ado, let's get into tonight's show. So, Max, how are you doing on this fine Tuesday night?
I'm doing all right, Joe.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Me too. Yes, last week was an absolute whirlwind. I was like, are we ever going to get through this week? It just felt like so weird with the hurricane.
So weird.
It was the build up, and then finally it came. It wasn't as bad down here as it was supposed to be, but man, it could have been a lot worse. But I'm just glad it's over with. I feel like it's a normal week again. So, but how about your Bengals this Sunday night? They actually won. They beat the Giants.
It's insane. Like, we went 3 straight games scoring 35 points a game, and then we can hardly score against the Giants.
Yep.
We won 17-10. It's not the worst.
17-7, yeah, because the Bengals,
because they missed those 2 field goals.
Yeah, the Bengals covered in the end.
So like, we got to win, but like,
I
mean, I guess 7 points is a good result. I mean, for the defense, it didn't seem like they had any chance of stopping the Giants. Like they were still giving up their downs and like, but we got the stops where it mattered and stopped 7 points. They're not exactly a high-powered offense, though, are they?
No, but actually kind of crazy. We were just talking about the Bengals and the Giants game Sunday night. We watched it together. The Giants starting tackle, Andrew Thomas, who I was showing you with him against Trey Hendrickson, he's potentially out for the season now with a foot injury. So that's a huge blow for Giants fans. So Daniel Jones is probably going to be on his
chance anyway.
No, but the Giants' offense is not very good as it is, and you're going to lose your starting tackle. You're all pro tackle. Not a good look. So Giants fans are not too happy. Billy just texted me and he goes, dude, are you kidding me? So it's going from bad to worse for Giants fans.
Seriously.
But speaking of New York, Yankees playing tonight. Game 1 we won last night. Max, the Yankees need to give Juan Soto whatever he wants. Give him the keys, give him Monument Park, whatever. You got to give him the $600 million that he deserves because the Mets and the Dodgers both want him. If the Dodgers get Juan Soto, I probably will stop watching baseball. I'm serious. That wouldn't even be fair. Ohtani, Soto, Freeman, Betts, that wouldn't even be fair.
I mean, yeah, the Dodgers are already unfair as it is.
I don't even know how they could.
When is Juan Soto due for a contract?
He's a free agent this year. The Yankees took him because of just to see if they could retain him. But yeah, he's a free agent. So this season, this off season remains to be seen if they'll pay him because they wanted to.
Where was he before?
Padres, right?
Yeah,
it was Nationals, and he won that World Series in 2019 with the Nationals, and then he went to the Padres, and then he got traded to the Yankees. So we'll see if the Yankees will be able to pay him. But he just hit a home run last night. He's a top 5 player in the MLB, so I hope they'll pay him. But the Mets want him too, and the Mets have a lot of money now with their new owner. So we'll see how it plays out.
There you go.
Anyways, back to football, though. Yeah, Bengals-Giants was a good game. Bills-Jets last night, though. Can you believe that? All of a sudden, in the morning, you wake up and Devante Adams is traded to the Jets. We knew it was going to happen. We just didn't know when. We were waiting for it to happen, and it officially happened. So the Jets and Rodgers got their wish. LeBron James of the NFL, Aaron Rodgers, I call him. He got what he wanted. He got his coach fired, got his receiver. There's no excuses now, right? Even though their offensive line is still not good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do. I don't think of all things that they were lacking on that team, I don't think
receiver.
They were necessarily lacking a receiver. Like, Garrett Wilson is a serviceable receiver.
Yeah, I think he's arguably wide receiver 1.
Rodgers loves Lazard.
Yep.
So, I don't know. They'll certainly have a very stacked wide receiver room now.
Yeah, they got Mike Williams, Garrett Wilson, Devante Adams, Allen Lazard. Yeah, I mean, they're going to be fun to watch, but they didn't really address their main problems, which was offensive line. So, and now I'm still waiting to see if Hassan Reddick will be traded from the Jets because he's allowed to seek a trade now. Well, he was able to before, but now he can officially seek a trade and see what team will end up taking him. But the team that does take him will have to pay him That's what happened with the Eagles and the Jets this offseason when he was traded from the Eagles and the Jets decided not to pay him. So he hasn't played at all either. He would be a good addition to the Jets if he wanted to play, but he doesn't want to be there, obviously. So,
but the Bengals, can the Bengals get some defense or what?
Can the Bengals trade T. Higgins to the Patriots? No, I don't know. I mean, I don't think you don't need a pass rusher. You need you need a linebacker or a corner?
We need everything.
Well, I mean, your pass rush is all right.
Yeah, pass rush is all right, but like we need some
linebacker.
We could use some anything on the line just to so we can get some pressure.
Maybe but oh shit, my light died. Oh well, he's a defensive end though. That's the problem.
Yeah, Trey Hendrickson's a beast, but Sam Hubbard hasn't really done much.
I gotta close my blinds. There we go. I mean, he is a defensive end, so that's the problem there. But yeah, like I said, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens with him there. But yeah, Rodgers got what he wanted. He got his wish. He finally got his receiver. We knew it was going to happen. Obviously, the offseason, I was thinking he was going to get traded in the offseason, but now he is officially on the Jets. I don't know if you saw this morning on the Pat McAfee show, but he kind of came out of, did you see the video where Rodgers does his weekly thing with McAfee and Devante Adams appeared in the video. So Rodgers was doing the interview and Devante Adams walked on the side of him. So,
they were together?
Yeah, they were together.
So obviously Devante knew he was moving.
Yeah.
Wait, I just realized this morning that Devante wasn't playing. Was he sitting out or was he injured?
Hamstring.
Hamstring.
Right. Yeah. 3 games hamstring injury for sure. So now he's back. It was funny. Mike Tomlin actually said that he was preparing for Devante Adams last week and now he's preparing for him this week because the Jets and the Steelers play this Sunday night. But Devante Adams is all of a sudden returning. It's just so funny how the NFL works with the diva players and the superstar receivers and just the quarterbacks. And there you go. Rodgers got what he wanted. So, but
where is he going? Huh? What's the Jets record now?
2-4.
2-4.
So if they lose,
he's going to some superpower team.
No, but however, this week they play your favorite team, the Steelers, and guess who might be returning? Russell Wilson.
I hope not.
So Russell Wilson's, they're saying he's good to go. And if he is good to go, he's going to be QB1 and they're going to put Fields on the bench. Or they'll probably put Fields. Yeah, because see, the thing is with the Steelers with Fields is he's a fun guy to watch, but I don't think he's going to get you to where you need to get to. He's played good, but I still think that Russell Wilson could elevate that offense even more. We just still haven't.
Russell Wilson hasn't done anything to elevate any offenses since he's left.
Yes, look at his stats last year on the Broncos. He actually had better numbers than Mahomes through like 13 weeks. So he hasn't been that bad. However, Justin Fields, though, he's potentially going to the bench when Russell Wilson comes back. I mean, I kind of figured that, but we'll see. I mean, maybe they'll do a 2 QB thing, I guess, kind of like how the Gators did, but that really didn't work out in their interest. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. How about this though? Tom Brady is now a minority owner of the Raiders, so you can officially put your feelings aside, and Brady will no longer be playing in the NFL because owners are not allowed to be players.
Oh, I don't think anyone expected Brady to come back.
And I didn't either, but some people thought, oh, maybe he could go to that team, or maybe no, he's gone. But this is interesting. Brady's restrictions: he's not permitted to be in another team's facility, not permitted to witness practice, not permitted to attend broadcast production meetings, either person or virtually, prohibited from publicly criticizing game officials and other clubs, subject to the NFL's gambling policy, subject to the NFL's anti-tampering policy. It's kind of weird because he's broadcasting too. I don't think we've ever seen that. Broadcasting will be in I don't know. That's kind of weird.
That's going to be really restrictive for what he says on air. Like,
how long is he going to last? I mean, I know he signed the 10-year deal with Fox, but how long is he going to last?
I have no idea. Like, he can't go in other facilities. Is he going to be allowed to like go into the booth?
I don't know, man. This is weird. I mean, I'm sure they might bend the rules for him, but this is really interesting because I remember before a few weeks ago they were talking about this to see if Brady was going to be still a minority owner, but they approved it. So it's really interesting. He's a minority owner of the Las Vegas Aces and the Las Vegas Raiders now.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
I mean,
interesting.
What percent?
I think it's 5%.
Really?
So it's very small, but still really weird when you're broadcasting. I mean, not like the Raiders are going to get many primetime games, and I don't think the Raiders will be on many Fox games, so he might be okay. It's kind of like playing Monopoly and you can escape Boardwalk and Park Place when there's hotels on there. If you roll a hot number on the dice. But yeah, be interesting to see how that plays out. But we got to talk about this one though. Lions, Aiden Hutchinson broke his tibia. We watched that game together when we were enjoying some really good brisket made by your dad. The brisket was the bomb. However, I can't believe it, man. That was a crazy injury.
Yeah, that hurt. Like that, just watching that, you feel so bad for him.
Where would you rank his injury, Aiden Hutchinson's injury, on like gruesome level of watching it compared to like Paul George's injury when he had that 360 injury, Kevin Ware when he had that nasty injury? There was another one that which one? I remember Kevin Ware, Paul George, but there was another one where there's like his bone came out. I don't know. You can look it up, but it definitely ranks up there as like one of
Kevin Ware. Yeah.
Joe Theismann and Lawrence Taylor.
Yep.
That's another nasty one as well. Yeah, there's been some that probably ranks in the last, I guess, probably 10 to 15 years up there for sure. That was gross.
Yeah, that was rough. It sucks to see too because the Lions are a fun team to watch. It's like hard to hate on the Lions, you know, like
it is.
They've had such a rough go at it, and they've finally like had some good teams, and they lose their star player. That sucks.
Absolutely. How about this one though? Staying on this one, Cowboys getting blown out 47-9. We were talking about this during the game. I don't think the Cowboys have any identity. I don't think they know what they want to do on offense. They have no run game other than a Dak to CeeDee Lamb like great throw or miraculous throw. Their offense doesn't really show much. Their offensive line hasn't been good. And Jerry Jones was asked, will you be wanting to will you be making a coaching change since you're 3-3? He's not going to make a coaching change now. However, at the end of this season, if the season plays out the way it's looking for the Cowboys, I don't think Mike McCarthy will be back. I don't know who they'll get, but I don't think he'll be back. But I feel like it's the same story with the Cowboys every single year. You paid Dak Prescott his $60 million this offseason. You paid CeeDee Lamb. You didn't really make any offseason moves. And now all of a sudden you're starting to see the true Cowboys, who they really are. They're not a good team. They're 3-3. They're not a good team. I know Parsons is out right now. DeMarcus Lawrence is out. Those two guys right there. Obviously, those are big defensive pieces. Parsons is one of the best defensive players in the NFL. But still, even when Parsons and Lawrence were playing, they didn't look good.
No.
I don't understand the Cowboys. And then Jerry's like snark remarks, man. It's just like he said that a reporter asked him a question on one of the radio shows, and he says, I'll just have another reporter ask me another question because I can't deal with this or whatever. It's crazy that the owner, I mean, obviously Jerry Jones is a huge name, but the amount of attention he gets is insane. Obviously it's the Cowboys, but
for a long time.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And then
it's crazy to me that, I was just going to say the Bengals again. Like, it's crazy to me the Bengals are freaking 2-4. Like with the offense we have, it's
you play the Browns. You play the Browns this Sunday though, and that's a big one.
Yeah.
It's in Cleveland, isn't it? Or is it in Cincy?
I do not know.
However,
hopefully it's at home because we need all the help we can get. We need to get back to 500 if we want any chance of making the playoffs.
Going back to receivers here, though, how about this? Amari Cooper traded from the Cleveland Browns to the Buffalo Bills. We were talking about trades this past week or 2 weeks ago on the podcast where if the Bills are going to trade for a receiver, what are they going to do? They just lost Diggs. Are they going to trade for a receiver? I think Amari Cooper to the Buffalo Bills, Max, is a perfect fit. He's not a diva receiver. He's a very solid receiver. He can still put up good numbers in the production level scale, and he's not going to demand the ball. He's a kind of a quiet guy. He's been on 3 teams. He went from the Raiders to the Cowboys to the Browns, and now the Browns to the Bills. I love this pickup for the Bills. I think he'll fit right in there.
Played for the Raiders?
Yes, he did. He was number 89 on the Raiders. Yep. That's who he got. That's how he got drafted by. Oh, at least 4 seasons at least. He's been in the NFL for I think 7 or 8. So
I'm an idiot.
No, it's okay. He got drafted by the Raiders, went from Alabama. Yeah. So who do they play this week? Bengals and the Bengals. I mean, where is it?
Browns.
Oh, Bengals at Browns. Ooh, dog pound.
I went to that game last year with Hannah.
You did, yeah.
We lost like 33 to something.
How about this? Here we go. Derrick Henry has more rushing touchdowns than 24 NFL teams. Could Derrick Henry be the first running back since Adrian Peterson to win the NFL MVP?
Dude, if he keeps going like he does,
wow, he has been on a tear.
Insane.
I still can't believe the Titans let him go. No, obviously, but man, he has been on a tear. If I can give you his numbers here, if I can find him. Derrick Henry is first in rushing yards with 704. He has 8 rushing touchdowns already, 119 carries, 117.3 rushing yards per game, 5.9 yards per carry first. He is on an absolute tear. Now, this one here, though, I love the controversial hot take stuff. Micah Parsons said that Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry could be the greatest running back quarterback duo in NFL history. They haven't won anything, so you really can't say that. When you hear that, who do you think of for quarterback running back duos in NFL history?
I don't really think of. I have no idea.
Well, you got Emmitt Smith and Troy Aikman.
Yeah.
You got no, none of the Patriots those years. No, really. I mean, Emmitt, Troy,
Aaron Rodgers, Eddie Lacy.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, totally. No,
no, you can't. Christian McCaffrey.
No. I was gonna say. Marshawn Lynch,
Edgerrin James, Peyton Manning.
I think that's a good one. Joseph. Yeah, that's a good one. But this is another one here, though. I think when Micah Parsons says this, I understand where he's coming from because Lamar is a rushing quarterback and Derrick Henry is the running back. So, like, saying, like, dual threat, I guess, kind of in a way, like how much Lamar does. I mean, they'd have to win a ring, but, I mean, it's not a far-fetched statement when you think about it. I mean, obviously, Aikman wasn't a runner, but still, like, when you think about it, it's kind of an interesting take. I like that.
What about Roethlisberger and Le'Veon Bell?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We got to talk about this one. I want to hear your opinion. So remember on Sunday, Nick Sirianni when
did
he was.
Did Le'Veon Bell ever get a championship? Was he there for any of the Steelers rings?
No. Steelers, no, because he was way after that. Because no, he was way after that. He got drafted in.
Back?
What's his name? Oh my gosh. What's his name? Rashard Mendenhall was there for a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so Nick Sirianni addresses and issues a strange apology for his behavior for taunting Eagles fans after the win. What do you think of that? Taunting your fans after you won. Nick Sirianni, I don't think you remember. The fans are the ones that pay your paycheck. The fans are the ones why you're even relevant. So what did you think of Sirianni and his chirping at the fans?
That was a bold move for sure.
Very, especially when you're on the hot seat. Basically, you've lost 9 of your last 14 games. You really haven't lived up to it this year, and you can say, "Well, Devante Smith and AJ Brown haven't played," and no excuses there. It was really interesting that he did that. Oh, and then afterwards, he brought his kid to the presser and sat there with him, trying to soothe it all over. I've never liked him, man. I don't know. Something about him.
It's weird to me that he's really lost. Like, I mean, everyone in the world loved him when they made the playoffs. Like, not everyone in the world, but
right.
When they made the Super Bowl, like,
yep.
Like, he was the most likable guy ever. Like, everyone was like, "Oh, look at him crying on the sideline. Like, he just loves football." Like, everyone loved it.
Yeah, I remember that when
he's had quite the fall from grace.
Well, because I mean that too, but he's also been kind of very vocal with what he's been doing, like on the sideline, with in the presser. Like, I think he's been very cocky. I think that they still are hanging over from that Super Bowl against the Chiefs when they lost, because I mean, like I said, he's been extremely vocal. I mean, this right here doesn't really issue any acceptance. But he also, earlier in the year when they played, who did they play on Monday night? I think against the Falcons, when they blew that game on Monday night, he only addressed Jalen Hurts. He didn't address the team, which was weird as well. So I don't know. Like I said, I think he's going to be on the hot seat for the rest of this season, especially if they don't win the division. Oof. I don't know. The Commanders probably could win the division at this rate. There's a lot of football left, but I mean, if they don't make the playoffs, because people were calling for his head last year when they lost in the wild card game against the Bucks. And if he blows it this year, oof, man, it's going to be interesting. Yeah. But how about this, though? Chiefs-Niners Sunday, a rematch of the Super Bowl. No Christian McCaffrey, of course, but it's going to be a great game. It's in Santa Clara. Tom Brady and Kevin Burkhardt will be on the call. Tom Brady's gotten better in the booth backs, by the way. He feels a little more comfortable. He's got more energy to him now. Like, you can hear him, and he's almost like he's yelling through the mic.
Really?
You're not going to like this one, though. The NFL has moved the Bears and the Commanders game in Week 8 from 1 o'clock to 4:25, and they flexed the Eagles and the Bengals to 1 o'clock. Because of Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams. I guess it makes sense. I mean, that's the rookie, the two guys going up and at it for rookie of the year. But yeah, Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, and Week 8 versus each other on primetime would be a good one for sure. So will Joe Burrow and Jalen Hurts
for sure.
But let's see what else we got here. Yeah, Steelers Mike Tomlin said Russell Wilson is in consideration to be the starting QB versus the Jets on Sunday night. Fields is 4-2 as a starter, but then he'll back up if they make the change. That'll be really interesting because Fields has played good. He really hasn't turned the ball over, but it feels like he hasn't done enough to elevate the offense. But again, the Steelers don't really have a lot of offensive pieces. So, I mean, if you bring in Russell Wilson, you're going to lose that dynamic threat of running. Fields does give you that ability. Obviously, we've seen through these 6 games, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
What are the Steelers, 4-2 or 3-3?
Yeah, they're 4-2 because they beat the Raiders last week.
Yeah, I can't believe they'd bench him.
I don't know. See, the thing is, I don't know if it would be benching. I think he would maybe they would bring him in for certain packages, but he wouldn't be QB1 at that point there. But let's go to this one here. Drake Maye, Max, he made his debut for the Patriots. Finally. You love stats here. He's the first quarterback since 1950 to throw 3 touchdowns and lead the team in rushing in his first career start. Now, I know rushing for a quarterback when in that situation there, he only rushed for 38 yards, and the Patriots rushing attack is nothing to cry home about. But he was 20 of 33, 243 on the day, 3 touchdowns. He had the 2 picks. The 1 interception, the first one was his fault. However, the second one, that was the crazy one where he threw it. It got tipped in the air, and the defensive back grabbed it like this behind Austin Hooper. However, though, if you were to ask me what would I grade Drake Maye's quarterback debut as a rookie compared to playing the Texans, who have one of the best defenses in the NFL, I'd probably give it an 80. I don't know, 78 to 80 in that scale there. What would you grade his debut? I know even if you didn't watch the game and you looked at the box score and you looked at his stats, what would you grade his debut?
I can't really, I don't know. I didn't really watch that game. So
I'd say, go ahead.
I'll give him a 65.
Yeah, right. Get the hell out of here. 65.
Watch the game. I can't give him a rating.
All right. Well, anyways, I would say I'd probably give him like a 78 to 80 in that ballpark there because, I mean, he did play well. I mean, he had some, miscues there, but it was his first game. And, going against the Texans defense, this is a good one here for you. Passing yards against the Texans this year by a rookie QB or by quarterbacks in the NFL, Richardson at 212, Williams at 174, Darnold at 181, Lawrence at 169, Allen 131, and Maye passed for 243, the most this season against the Texans defense. So even CJ Stroud said he has high praise for him. Now I know it's only one game. There's not a big sample size out there for him, but the players were very excited about him, and it's a no-brainer. You got to start him from here on out. I know people were saying, well, you could sit him for a year and let him mold. No, this team is going down the tubes fast. You need some energy. You need the fans to get excited. Jacoby Brissett is not doing it. The most passing yards Jacoby Brissett threw in a game for this year was 168, and he's only thrown for 2 touchdowns. So Drake Maye is the guy for New England. Let the season play out. Finish 4-13 or 5-12. Go draft yourself a tackle next year, or maybe you can get Travis Hunter. But no, Drake Maye is the guy. They play the Jags this Sunday morning in London. One of your favorite spots in London. But it's going to be an ugly game. Trevor Lawrence, Drake Maye. Oh my God, 9:30.
I can't believe the Jags. Did you see the compilation of the 4 drop touchdowns by the Jags receivers?
Yeah, I saw that.
Last weekend, 4 drop touchdowns by receivers. That is crazy.
It is.
In the end zone, not just drop passes, in the end zone drops.
Yep. Gabe Davis dropped.
Sucks.
Gabe Davis dropped one as well. Christian Kirk dropped one. Gabe Davis dropped one. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I can't put a read on the Jags. We'll see this week. Both teams are 1-5. We'll see how it goes this week, but I'm not expecting a high flying game. But
can you believe we took the Ravens to overtime and we lost to the Patriots?
Ravens overtime. Yeah, it's week 1 though. I mean, it's a lot going on in the first week of the season.
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, some of these games were pretty good overall, but I can't believe the Bucs put up 51 against the Saints. They were down at halftime. They put up 51. But crazy. Let's move to college football here real quick. How about this, though? We got to talk about Ashton Jeanty, if I'm pronouncing his name right. He has been an absolute force this season. I mean, I don't know. Do you think he'll win Heisman? I mean, we were talking about this past weekend, if he continues it, but I don't know. I mean, he's definitely going to be in the running for it. He'll definitely go to New York. I don't know if he'll win it, though. This Heisman race is kind of weird, though, because we don't really have a clear-cut guy through. I mean, we're only 6 games in, but we don't have a clear cut. I mean, you got Travis Hunter. He got hurt. Yeah. He'll play. Deion said he's expected to play this week. Jeanty's been on a tear. Ward has been really good. He makes a case. Milroe, I don't know.
If the guy that breaks every single rushing record possible, like, I don't see how you keep him out. I mean,
does Boise State have to be ranked for Jeanty to win the Heisman though? Because they're 13th right now. Do they have to be relevant in the ranking scale? Sure. That's what I'm saying. So let's just say Jeanty breaks every single rushing record this year. He's on pace to break Barry's 2,628 rushing yards all time in a season, but they don't finish ranked. Will you give him the Heisman? I don't think they will. If they don't finish ranked.
5-1 now, like
you got to. Yeah, who do they play the rest of the way though? Do they play anybody worth a damn? The last running back to win the Heisman was Derrick Henry in 2015.
State, who's not really a factor anymore.
No, they'll probably finish out ranked then if they have anybody.
I don't see them lose. I mean, no, they're not playing any other. They're playing. Here you go, Joe. UNLV, San Diego State, Nevada, SJSU, Wyoming, and Oregon State.
Oh my God, they'll win out.
Yeah, they'll probably win out. And if he does what.
Yeah,
like they lost by 3 to Oregon, Joe. Like,
yeah, he's been on. Yes, that was the. Yes, I remember that game. That was the crazy game. Yes.
So like,
he has 18 total touchdowns already.
If they win out, they're going to be with a 3-point loss to Oregon on their schedule. They're going to have to be in the playoff. And if they make the playoff,
no, they're not going to make the playoffs. Oh yeah, excuse me, I'm thinking of 4 teams. My apologies. Yeah, you're right. If they're because it's 12-team format now.
If their one loss is to if Oregon after what they just did to Ohio State, like they're going to make the playoff, and he's gonna get the Heisman for sure.
Wow, he would be the first running back since 2015, Derrick Henry, to win the Heisman. Wow.
Yeah, I mean.
His numbers?
He has doubled through this amount of games. He's doubled everything Mark Ingram did, doubled everything Derrick Henry did.
He has 1,248 rushing yards. He has 126 carries on 18 total touchdowns. Through 6 games, he's on pace to break Barry's record, 2,628.
10 yards a carry?
Yeah, something like that.
It's fucking absurd.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy. Do you see how he stands up in the backfield?
No.
You haven't seen it? They compare him to Michael Myers in the backfield. He goes like this. He's like,
I've never seen it.
It's so funny. He's like this. He's like a board in the backfield. He doesn't move. He's just.
It's so funny to me that when you have a guy that dominant, like everyone knows it's going to him every other play, and they still can't do anything. They still can't stop him. That is what's so ridiculous.
When I first remembered him, when I first saw him, he kind of reminded me of the guy he was on the Dolphins and the Eagles in the NFL. I can't remember his name now. Oh, Jay Ajayi. He kind of gave me that similar feel when I watched them playing, and I was like, because I'm pretty sure Jay Ajayi went to Boise State as well. I think he did. Yes, he did. Jay Ajayi also went to Boise State. So as soon as I saw that, I thought of Jay Ajayi, but their play styles are totally different. Jeanty plays he's like a force, but he's fast too, man. It's just he's got a really interesting play style. But
if he breaks every NCAA FBS record, Travis Hunter could have a hell of a season. I don't see him beating that.
No, because Colorado's not going to be ranked. We had this conversation. And I think last week too will hurt his case a little bit because he got hurt halfway through the game, and it was he was missed in important parts of the game. But sticking on college football here though, let's talk about this one. Oregon's Trayshawn Holden was ejected for spitting on Ohio State defender. That was insane. Did you see that? So Trayshawn Holden is Oregon's wide receiver, and after the touchdown, he went and spit on the receiver, and he didn't think he thought he was going to get away with it. Can you dude? What are you doing? If I was in that situation there, all hell would break loose, dude. You're not going to spit on me in a game like that. I mean, I can't believe the Ohio State guy kept his cool. He just he was, I feel like he was dumbfounded the way it happened. But I mean, just that situation there is just crazy. And to do that in a big game like that, when you're one of their best receivers, what the hell are you thinking? Oregon ended up winning from the Will Howard play. That was insane. It was a good ending too. I can't believe that Will Howard, he scrambled. I don't think he remembered the time on the clock, and then they ended up losing because of the scramble.
Joey, Ashton Jeanty.
Jeanty
has almost surpassed his last year full season total. He started all 12 games last year, and he had 1,300 yards.
What did they feed him last year?
He's still averaging 6.1 yards per carry last year.
Yeah,
which is insane. Very good.
Yes.
Now he's only 100 yards shy of 99 yards shy of his last season total in half the games, and he's averaging 9.9 yards per carry.
That's insane.
And he's done it in like half the attempts. He's only rushed 126 times versus last year did 220.
And what did he put up against Oregon? I saw it. I don't remember the numbers he put up. Did he have 3 touchdowns against Oregon? Or two or 3, didn't he?
I don't know. Let's see. I gotta find it. Hold on. Boise State versus Oregon player stats. 25 carries, 192 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns.
7.7 yards per carry.
Against Oregon, the number 2 team in the country right now.
Oregon, dude. That is insane.
That's insane.
Like they've got other running backs that run the ball, and like their other running backs average 3.5 yards per carry.
That's insane when you think about it. It makes you feel like Pop Warner, like when somebody is just dominating. And now obviously these college athletes are on a whole nother level, but man, that's insane against Oregon too.
Not to mention his quarterback went 17 for 40.
They threw the ball 40 times.
They threw the ball 40 times. He only completed 17 passes for 148 yards. And he carried the ball 25 times and had 3 touchdowns. He literally had the entire team on his back.
That's actually insane. He is
17 for 40 is an absolutely pathetic fucking.
He's like Michael Myers.
I want to see a picture of him in the backfield. I couldn't find it.
I need
Boise State might be a sleeper for, like they've just been.
You can't even on Hard Rock. You can't even bet on Jeanty's player props because college and on Hard Rock you can't bet on their props. You can only bet on spreads. Kind of sucks. Everyone would be slamming his over and rushing yards if they already aren't on DraftKings or FanDuel.
Numbers like 62,
I know
62 against Utah State, 45, 56. Like their offense is insane. Yeah.
What about this though? What do you think of this about fans rushing the field in football? So the SEC fined LSU $250,000 for field storming against Ole Miss. So they came back and they won, and the organization LSU was fined $250,000. So what do you think of that? Because remember we had this conversation in basketball season about court storming when they stormed the court against Duke and Kyle Filipowski got hurt. So what do you think about that field storming?
I don't understand why they have the jurisdiction to fine the team for storming the court. It's only a negative to the team, isn't it?
Yeah, well, the SEC fined LSU because LSU is a lot. How do you even stop court or field storming though? I don't understand that because the guys are just going to run loose. There's only so many security and cops there. They're going to jump over the stands. I don't really know how you can prevent that. You can't put a you can't put a fence around. So I don't really know how you're going to stop that. I mean, it's really not LSU's fault or Ole Miss or Alabama or Georgia, whatever team it happens to.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't really understand that one though. Hear about this one though. Cam Rising, Utah's quarterback, could be coming back for an 8th year after this year. He got hurt again, and he might come back for an 8th year because he is eligible for an 8th year of college football through a medical red shirt. And Whittingham said, we'll have to consider it. Not sure if Cam has considered it. 8 years in college football? Dude, hang the red jersey up and go on.
Seriously. I mean, is he doing well? Like, does he look like he can make the league?
He got hurt. He's out for the season again with a leg injury. So he got hurt again.
Officially.
Yeah, because he got hurt last year as well.
Right.
I mean, he can't catch a break, but dude, after 8 years, that's insane.
He can make it in the league, like
I don't know. That's crazy when you think about it. Cam Rising,
even that good?
Before he got injured, he wasn't too bad. But after all these injuries, I don't even know if his body's even be able to perform.
Right.
His bones might be brittle after all the injuries he's suffered. I mean, it's crazy how many injuries he's had. Max, it's officially DJ Lagway time in the swamp. Graham Mertz is out officially with a torn ACL. Gators fans were pretty upset, which you kind of have to be because he gave everything he had. But now it's officially DJ Lagway time in the swamp. Now we're officially going to get it. They're 3-3. They play Kentucky this week. The rest of the season after that is atrocious, other than the FSU game. But it's going to be interesting to see how the Gators play with Lagway, because now he's officially got the keys. So it'll be interesting to see how that'll go. You still have to play you still have to play Georgia. You still have to play Ole Miss. You still got to play LSU. This season's going by fast. We're already 6 games in. I just can't believe that it's officially Lagway time in the swamp and he's the starter. It's always weird because coming into the season, we thought we weren't going to see him until the following season, and Mertz was going to ride it out as a senior and, do his thing. But nope, it's officially Lagway time. Kind of interested to see.
Do you think that helps? Like, is it going to make that big of a difference?
I mean, now I think I don't know how much of a difference he will make. I think that he'll feel more comfortable because he won't have to worry about Mertz and Napier over his shoulder and the whole 2 QB set. The keys are officially his to the offense. He'll definitely make more mistakes for sure, but I mean, I think this is the best thing for Lagway now because he's going to get reps. He is going to be the starter, and maybe he does elevate that offense. I know they blew out Samford in that game. He had that one crazy touchdown against Tennessee this past weekend. So, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I think they could beat Kentucky in the swamp. I don't think Kentucky's that good. Now, however, after that, they play Georgia. Ooh, that's going to be tough. Georgia plays Texas this week, though, too. So Georgia has to win this game, if anything. Georgia plays Texas, and then Alabama plays Tennessee. But, yeah, I'm excited for the Georgia-Texas game. But I don't know. I mean, the Gators don't have a lot of offensive pieces as it is, but just excited to see how he'll play. Maybe he does elevate the offense, but I mean, I'm not expecting a whole lot because the team itself isn't very good. But then again, Lagway could save Billy Napier's job, if anything. Like if Lagway does play well the rest of the season, Napier might be safe. So we shall see how it plays out. I had them at 3-9 earlier in the year. I think they can beat Kentucky. I think they could beat FSU. I think they could finish out 5-7 at the worst. So that would be bowl eligible. However, I don't know. We'll see. They're definitely not beating Ole Miss. They're definitely not beating LSU. They're not beating Georgia. So that's 3 losses right there. So that'll put you at 3-6. You'll beat Kentucky. That'll put you at 4-6. And then you'll play FSU.
For
yeah.
Floridians.
Except unless you're a Miami fan.
Yep.
But.
God, we suck, dude. 42-16 against freaking SMU, dude.
Oh, yeah.
So bad.
What do you think about this, though, in the NBA briefly? Paul George got hurt last night with a hyperextended knee in a preseason game. But in the NBA, Joel Embiid said he doesn't think he'll play back-to-backs ever again. Isn't that crazy? You're never going to play back-to-backs again? That's crazy.
Embiid said that?
Yeah, he said, I may never play back-to-backs again. He said, I need to get myself ready for the playoffs to make sure this team is contending for a championship. That's basically what he said. Imagine telling your employer that you don't plan on playing back-to-backs ever again, or you don't plan on, I'm going to go into work today. I don't want to go in tomorrow. All right, I'll see you on Wednesday. I mean, I just think that's insane. Here it is right here. Joel Embiid says he may never play back-to-backs against the Sixers, plans to keep him healthy.
That's crazy. I mean, he is injury prone.
I mean, I just think that's
Paul George.
He is. Paul George got hurt last night. He hyperextended his knee.
I know, you just said that.
Crazy to think about.
So what do you put out it's just like, imagine being a starter, but that's not Joel Embiid out there, and then the team goes, yeah, you got to play, but or like imagine you're in a contract year.
Yeah.
And you're like, you've got to play, but Joel Embiid doesn't have to. And then you get injured because Joel Embiid isn't playing.
Joel Embiid's like, I'm just going to take tonight off. But I thought the NBA was cracking down on players. Their players are supposed to play back-to-backs. Yeah. Or resting, excuse me. Yeah. So that's technically resting. So then the Sixers should get fined when Embiid just says, I don't feel like playing tonight.
Yeah.
Well, how are you feeling? Let's ask you this though. We're going on to baseball briefly here. Mets and the Dodgers at 1-1. Guardians and the Yankees, it's 1-0 Yankees. The Yankees play in about 35 minutes. The Bronx was rocking last night. What's your World Series prediction with the series underway in the CS in the championship series?
I mean, I think it's just as predicted. It's the Yankees Dodgers. It would be crazy if it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean the Mets played really well yesterday, game 2. They ended up winning 7-3, but weird because the Dodgers went with a bullpen game. They decided to rest Walker Buehler until game 3. The Yankees have Garrett Cole tonight versus Tanner Beebe against the Guardians, but I don't care whoever. I mean, as the Yankees fan, I don't want to play the Dodgers, but it'd be cool to see a Subway Series as well. But if the Yankees and the Dodgers played in the World Series, that would literally break the internet. Ohtani Judge.
Yeah. I mean,
it's like the Yankees and the Celtics. Like the MLB wants it, but I don't know if it's going to happen.
Definitely wants it.
Oh yeah, that was like this is so funny. This is like the few years ago or not too long ago where the Heat and the Nuggets played in the NBA Finals, and everyone wanted the Lakers and the Celtics. So I hope that doesn't happen this time. I will be crushed if the Guardians beat the Yankees. I'll never live that down.
You're also a Dodgers fan, so you have a backup.
Not like that. The Yankees haven't been to the World Series since 2009. If the Dodgers win the World Series, it would be cool, but I won't be like running in the streets. I'd rather see the Yankees win the World Series if anything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they will. I have them getting there. I don't know if they'll win the World Series, but we shall see. But yeah, like I said, the Yankees need to pay Juan Soto that $600 million. There was a fan there last night. He brought a fake blank check and he put $600 million, pay Juan Soto. The Yankees can afford Juan Soto though, so why would they even let him walk? They've already paid.
Plan on it?
They haven't said anything. They have not said anything if they plan on it or not. Brian Cashman can write the freaking blank check. They can definitely afford him.
Yeah.
So they're already paying Garrett Cole. They're paying Stanton. They're paying Judge. They can afford one more big contract. They can do it. Yeah. 600 for Soto, 380 for Judge. That's 980 million for 2 players. And then Cole's on the books for 300 million, 310. Oh my God, that's over $1 billion between 3 players. And then Stanton's on the books for like
pitch this year at all?
No. Next year.
Again?
Yes. So Ohtani will pitch next year. They've already said he will. He did some warm-ups before the postseason started. He was just kind of throwing some bullpen stuff. Yeah, he'll pitch. Mm-hmm. Yep, he'll pitch next year for sure. Oh yeah,
but not at all this offseason.
No. He won't pitch this postseason. No way. No, he'll pitch. He'll pitch next year. Well, he had Tommy John surgery too. It's actually kind of crazy. I was looking at the Dodgers injury report. Dude, they've got like 10 pitchers out, like combined with starting and relieving. Kershaw's out, Gonsolin's out, Vicia's out, Tyler Glasnow is out. Glasnow, remember him? They have a lot of guys out right now. It's crazy to think about. And they're still like the best team in the MLB. It's insane. You'll like this one though. Freddie Freeman is playing on like a bum ankle. He hurt his ankle in the division series against the Padres. He can barely run around the bases and he's playing still.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. I mean, that's just because he wants to play, man. They need him. He's trying to ride this out. He wants a ring bad. Right. He's playing until he can't play anymore. Game 1 of the Mets and the Dodgers was 8.5 million viewers, largest LCS since 2009. That's crazy. If the Yankees and the Dodgers play in the World Series, that'll literally break the internet. But the Yankees and the Mets too, Subway Series, I think, yeah, this was the 2000 in the World Series, would also be really cool. Yankees and Mets played in the it was 2000. 2000 was the only one they played when the playoff format featured fewer teams. The Yankees were chasing their 3rd straight World Series win, while the Mets hadn't won in 14 years. So, yeah. The Yankees and the Mets played in 2000. That'd be crazy. 24 years later, that'd be insane. Minus the Guardians, these 3 teams are really historic. I mean, the Yankees and the Dodgers, of course. It used to be the Brooklyn Dodgers, but minus the Guardians. But yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, all of baseball is really historic. The Indians have been around forever, haven't they?
Oh, the Guardians now. Yeah, they've been around for a while because they had Kenny Lofton. Yeah, they've been around for a bit. They had they've been around for a bit. Not like, I mean, of course, not like the Yankees. The Yankees are in a freaking and on another freaking level. You're going to like this one, though, Max. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift were at the Yankees game last night. Maybe Taylor Swift is the Yankees' good luck charm. She probably won't be there tonight, but she was there last night with Travis Kelce. Did you see that last night?
In the Major League franchise since 1901.
The Guardians, Yankees, or Indians? Yeah. Really? Yeah. I didn't know that. Wow. I learned something new. I thought they were around. I thought they came around in like the 50s. I'm thinking of like the
World Series.
I'm thinking of like the Yankees. I'm thinking of the Red Sox, the Dodgers. Yeah.
They have the longest active championship drought.
Yes, because
1948.
Because they didn't beat the Cubs in 2016. Yep, I remember that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it was the Cubs and the Indians in the World Series, because that was Lindor on that Indians team, and now he's on the Mets. Yeah, I remember that. Yep. Who else was on that Indians team? I can't remember now. It was Lindor. I can't remember, but yeah, I remember that. That was the Cubs. That was Rizzo, Bellinger. David Ross was on that Cubs team. I think Ben Zobrist was on that Cubs team. John Lester. I remember that. That was crazy, because the Cubs haven't won a World Series. I think before that, it was like a really long time as well. I felt like so long ago. Mm-hmm. But anyways, yeah. Max, Skip Bayless is looking for a new debate partner to launch his YouTube show.
Really?
Yeah.
You should join him.
That's what I was going to say. I should. I really should.
Yeah, you should.
I put my application in. Yeah, I would never get a word in.
I don't think anyone would want to be on a show with Skip Bayless.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Completely illogical.
I don't think I'd probably walk off set.
What happened to Shannon?
He's with Stephen A on First Take now with Cam Newton.
Cam Newton's on there now?
Yeah, Cam Newton got on there last week. He's officially on there.
What the?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he was inching his way into the pod. He put the podcast out there. He was inching his way to get into media. Now that he has the podcast out there, he wears those really goofy outfits.
Maybe Cam should go back to the Patriots.
No, we got Drake Maye. We got our QB. You guys
need him.
Maybe as a tight end. Max, let me ask you this one here, though. Dua Lipa shares her signature drink, Diet Coke, pickle juice, and jalapeno. Did you see that?
No.
Would you try that?
Yeah, I would try it. Sounds
Diet
disgusting.
Coke, pickle juice, and jalapenos. Gordon Ramsay tried it, and he said it was absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, it sounds horrible.
I think we should try it together.
No, I'm good.
I don't like jalapenos, though. Pickle juice and Diet Coke and jalapenos? Whoa, what kind of flavor is that? That's gross. Ugh.
Sounds horrible.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good. Max, is Taylor Swift the Yankees' good luck charm? She was at the game last night with Travis Kelce. MLB fans weren't too happy because they kept showing her on the broadcast, and then they played the "Welcome to New York" song too. Yeah,
she might be.
Nah, I don't think so. She won't be there tonight. Her tour starts Friday, her tour resumes Friday night, October 18th. And don't ask me if I'm going, because I'm not.
Are you going?
Nope. My piggy bank doesn't match the funds for the concert.
How much does the ticket cost?
It's like $3,000.
No, not for nosebleeds.
Oh yeah. Yep. No. It is. How or no?
No.
Go look it up. Promise you.
Where at? Where is it?
It's in Miami. Here it is, right here. Yep. 4,000 for section 344. It's the bub. It's insane, dude. It's nuts. It's utterly insane.
1,800 each.
I see 4,000 right here for section 344.
All right.
Sections 344, row 26, seats 3, 4, and 5, 4,100. That's crazy, dude. Yeah, no. Just watch
some cheap ones right here. Look, 1,500 each.
Oh, for sure, 1,500 each. That's really cheap. Let me get my Monopoly money out real quick. However, though, I might be going. I'm most likely going to the Patriots and the Jets game next Sunday in Foxborough. My cousin.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, I'm working on getting tickets for that. But Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think that really does it for us. We hit on the MLB. We talked about the CS series going on right now. We talked about the NFL. Your Bengals won. They play the Browns this week. We talked about the Devante Adams trade to the Jets. That was a big one there. Amari Cooper to the Bills. Some wide receiver drama this day in the NFL. We talked some NBA with Joel Embiid, the back-to-backs. We talked about Drake Maye's debut for the Patriots, the DJ Lagway, Graham Mertz saga in college football, Ashton Jeanty's remarkable season so far, 6 games in. Will he win the Heisman? Deion Sanders said Travis Hunter will be playing this week. The SEC madness this weekend with Alabama, Tennessee, Texas, and Georgia. Two huge games this weekend. We will see how these games go this weekend. But until next time, guys, make sure to follow us on Spotify, the Inquisitive Mamba podcast on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. We're at 940 subscribers. We are 60 subscribers away from 1,000 on YouTube. Make sure to follow Max's YouTube as well. We'll put that in the comment section. And if you guys want to give us any show feedback or you guys have any questions for us, please let us know. Maybe we'll let you guys know how the Dua Lipa signature drink is when I try it soon here, the Diet Coke, pickle juice, and jalapenos. But until next time, episode 122 in the books, Spotify, the Inquisitive Mamba podcast, YouTube, the Inquisitive Mamba podcast, and Apple Podcasts. We'll see you guys next week. As always, keep rolling.